Once upon a time, on one sunny afternoon in Madrid, Pepe was getting ready for something very, very special. He was going to meet a new friend. His mama, Laura, told him that Nico, a little boy just his age, was coming over to visit. Pepe's sparkling blue eyes lit up with excitement. He held onto Sophie, his beloved plush giraffe, ready to share an exciting adventure. When the doorbell rang, Pepe clapped his hands. His mama Laura opened the door, and there stood Nico with his papa, Javier. Nico had warm, inviting brown eyes and beautiful darker skin, and when he smiled, his whole face glowed. Pepe and Nico looked at each other for a moment, both very curious to see this new face in their life. Then, as if they had always been friends, they giggled at the same time. Their mama and their papa smiled. Soon, it was time to eat. Oh, they were both so hungry. Their parents placed them in their high chairs just like a throne, and plates of delicious food were set in front of them. They felt like kings. There were soft pieces of sweet fruit, little bites of warm vegetables, and fluffy bits of bread. Pepe picked up a small piece of apple and took a bite. So crispy. Nico tried a spoonful of mashed carrots and let out a happy They looked at each other and laughed. Every bite tastes different, Pepe said with a grin. Nico nodded, taking another bite of soft rice. Some are sweet, some are squishy, and some make a funny crunch. They ate happily, enjoying every new taste, their enchanting smiles making everyone around them feel warm. Then, Pepe had an idea. He reached for Sophie and held her up. This is Sophie, my giraffe. She's very special. Nico's eyes widened with excitement. I have a special friend too. Meet Felix, my lion. He held up a fluffy golden lion with a soft mane. Pepe and Nico looked at each other's toys. Suddenly, something magical happened. Sophie blinked her soft eyes and stretched her long neck. Felix flicked his tail and let out a tiny, friendly roar. The stuffed animals had come to life. Pepe and Nico gasped in delight. Sophie gently nuzzled Pepe's cheek while Felix playfully hopped onto Nico's lap. Wow, Pepe said. Sophie, you're real again. Nico giggled. I'm Felix too. The two boys laughed as their magical friends moved around them. Sophie and Felix seemed to be having fun too, nuzzling and playing together. It was as if they knew that Pepe and Nico were becoming great friends. After a while, the magic slowly faded away, and Sophie and Felix became soft plush toys again. But Pepe and Nico didn't mind. They knew that the magic wasn't just in their toys. It was in their new friendship. As the sun began to set, Nico's papa Javier said it was time to go home. Nico and Pepe looked at each other and smiled the biggest, widest smile ever. Will you come play again? Pepe asked. Nico nodded. Yes, next time you can come to my house. Pepe clapped his hands happily. I can't wait. As Nico left, Pepe hugged Sophie close, feeling warm and happy inside. Making a new friend was an adventure all on its own. That night, as Pepe lay in his crib, his eyes started to close. he dreamed of more magical adventures with Sophie, Felix, and his new friend, Nico. The end.